Cut.
Hello guys and welcome to the newest episode on Sport is for the People. Today we are going live, so get your comments in if you are watching. If not and you're watching later on, leave your comments on down below. So today we're going to be talking about the UFC 250 and we're going to be predicting the fights and previewing who we think is going to win. So we'll start off with the big one. Amanda Nunes is probably going to be most people's favourite. But could there be an upset with Spencer? So I will go over to Dan Pateman first.
Well, I'd probably say for this fight, to be honest with you, I think there's going to be a big mix-up for this one. Everybody always assumes Nunes is going to win straight away just because of how amazing of a fighter she is and how she dominates most females that she fights. But I think Spencer is probably going to take this one, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a big mix-up. Yeah, and I think Spencer's going to take it.
Wow. How come? Any reason in particular?
Just no reason in particular. I think she's got great stand up. Her stand up's very on point. She's smooth. Her movement is very good. Her footwork's good. Her transitioning into wrestling and her groundwork's very good as well. I feel like she's very very well rounded everywhere. Really, to be honest. So yeah, big challenge for Nunes.
Sounds good. Should we go, Ed? What do you think of the fight?
I think obviously Nunes is going to win. She's probably, if not definitely, the greatest female fighter of all time, and she hits like a fire truck. I mean, I don't know if Spencer's going to bring anything to the table that no one else has brought before. So definitely, I would say 99% chance that Nunes takes it.
Yeah, I think I've got Nunes as well. Owen?
I mean, I'm all for Nunes. I can't see where Spencer can take this, where Nunes just isn't going to dominate. If you look at their credentials, they've both got black belts in jiu-jitsu, but Nunes has got a brown belt in judo. Nunes striking speaks for itself. I mean, she's on a 10-fight win streak, and Spencer hasn't even had 10 pro fights. I mean, she's got everything going for her. If we go through who she's knocked out or won against, just the biggest names in female MMA: Cyborg, Holly Holm, Valentina Shevchenko, Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate, Sarah McMahon, and she dominated every performance.
Yeah, that's why I was quite surprised Dan Pateman chose Spencer, to be honest. Jake, what about you?
She got hell of a round.
Oh yeah, rounds as well.
Got Nunes, really. I think because it's at 145, so it's not a big weight cut for either. And yeah, she's smaller, but she's got the power. She's faster. Although I don't think Spencer's going to be a walkover. So I know her overall game is good. She's good on the ground. She doesn't necessarily have the power in her punches, but she uses her punches to get the distance, and then uses her kicks effectively. But I think it's probably a Nunes win.
Nunes win all round apart from Dan then. So I'm going to write all these down as well, our predictions, and then in the review show later in the week we'll see who is right. So we will now move on to...
I sound like fucking Brendan Shaw now, aren't I?
You are.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that was going to happen. That was definitely what I meant, Joe.
It was definitely a Spencer first round TKO. You knew that. So our next fight is Asun Gasol versus Cody Garbrandt. So this is a must-win for both fighters, really, in my eyes, because they're both coming off a couple of losses. I think Cody's had 3 losses in a row now. And I'm going to call him Rafael because I'm not very good at his second name. Rafael's had 2 losses. It's Cody Garbrandt's chin that worries a lot of people now, whether he's still got it. We all want to see the Dominic Cruz, Cody Garbrandt come back, really. So, Dan, what's your predictions on this fight?
I'd say in this one, definitely Cody, 100%. He is coming off a few fights where he has got beaten in, but the thing is that he's great. His stand up is incredible. His movement, his boxing is insane. He's very good. He's strong. He's very powerful for the size that he. I know most of them are similar size, but he seems to have that extra power in his punches, bit of weight behind it. Yeah, but he's probably going to come back strong. You know, as I said, he's definitely going to be after that W, isn't he? Like,
Yeah.
you know, as you said, he needs it. Like, you know.
Owen, what do you
Cody.
think?
I mean, I prefer Cody for sure. I like his style. I like his personality. He's a bit of a loose cannon. But this is a tricky one because Cody's got that power and he's got that crazy technique and his crazy movement where it's hard to hit. But when you do hit him, he leaves that chin open. He's not very good at tucking that thing and hiding it away.
No.
So I might have to go with Rafael.
Oh, a little bit of an upset. Ed?
It's a hard one. It is a real pick and fight. I reckon it's probably going to be Cody. I think his technique, especially his boxing, is slicker. Footwork's amazing. He saw his footwork against Dominic Cruz, who's widely regarded as having the best footwork in MMA. He made Dominic Cruz look like he was made out of cement.
Yeah.
His only problem, as Owen said, is once he gets into a gunfight, he just starts swinging crazy. Like, he doesn't have a care in the world. But he's not actually been in that many wars. Like, his chin hasn't gone. He just keeps getting clipped.
Yeah.
So I would say it's probably going to be Cody, 60-40. Cody, I reckon.
Cody.
He'll probably do it by knockout or by points. It's obviously not going to be a stop. But I've never seen it.
No. Jake, what about you? What's your thoughts?
Well, yeah, like you said, both of them are coming off losses. I know Cody's on 3-loss losing streak now. So the pressure's really, I think everyone knows Cody Garbrandt coming into this fight, so he's probably going to feel the most pressure out of the two. If he loses this fight and it's 4 in a row, like, he could potentially get cut. Like, he may lose that kind of allure he's got around him of being the ex-champ. But I think if you look at the division that he's in, you've got Hassan Sauer, then you've got, obviously, O'Malley's coming up. The two that are fighting out before him on the card. So really he needs to make this performance and make his presence known by a big win, probably by knockout. If he win this fight, with the vacant title, it could be a title shot in his next fight.
Potentially could set up a title fight, yeah.
Yeah, so I think with Hassan Sauer, he's a little bit less erratic than, say, when he fought TJ Dillashaw. So Hassan Sauer's a bit more calculated with his shots, which could work in Cody's favour. To maybe be able to work out where the shots are coming from and duck them, but I don't know, it's probably a 50-50 fight. It could go straight down the middle, I think.
Yeah, it's a tough fight to call, this one, I think.
Yeah, I'd go Cody, though. I think this is, like, could be the stars aligning again for Cody. So, yeah, Cody win.
And Dan, did we get your opinion?
Yeah. Yeah, you had it, yeah.
Oh, did we? All right, no worries, thank you. So, we move on to the next one.
Have you got CTE already?
Pardon?
Have you got CTE already?
What's CTE?
That's a yes.
I've forgotten about everything. Sterling versus Sandigan next. So, who's going to go for that one? Owen, you first.
I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I don't really know much about Corey. I haven't followed him too much, but again, I think Sterling's the one to watch. He's got good technique, but there's not much I can say on these two.
Didn't do your homework, did you?
I'm gonna go with Sterling. Mate, you see the amount of stuff I wrote about Nunes? That's the only fight I give a shit about.
We can go back and talk about Nunes later, just for you.
All the others can lose.
About.
Jake, since you've got 2 pages of notes, come on, give it to us.
Right, for this fight, you've got Sterling, who has only got 1 loss in his last 7. Now it's against Moraes, I think, or Moraes. I don't know how to say it. Again, it's like every fight in the bantamweight division, really. You win these fights and then you're potentially thrust into a title contention place. Sterling's got the personality, the charisma. People know him. They follow him because it's quite a big personality. But the other guy, can't say his name. He's on a 7-fight winning streak. He's a dark horse in the division, really. Yeah, he's quite a good technical fighter. I've got him down for the win. Just because I think he may be a better technical fighter. Both of them have come off decision wins in their last fights. So both are going to have to make a statement again make a statement with this. Both will probably come out swinging. I think Hagen maybe by knockout. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Alrighty, Dan.
I'd probably say for this one, I'd probably say Corey. One, he's very experienced. Like, you know, like I think he's had 13 pro fights like in total, and he's won 12 of them. And I'm pretty sure like 4 of them's been knocked out, and and obviously some subs as well. Like, you know, he's a strong wrestler. His jiu-jitsu game is very good, and his stand-up is pretty decent as well. So yeah, I'd probably say Corey for this one, either by submission or knockout.
Ideal. Ed, we'll come to you.
Yeah, I'll probably say Sterling's going to win this one. Like Owen was saying, Hagen.
Yeah.
He's reasonably new on the scene, especially compared to Sterling within the UFC at least. And I don't think he's had any serious tests yet, whereas Sterling's had quite a lot. He's been through it. I just think he's going to be a lot more polished and do a lot better in that scenario, in that situation.
Ideal, not too bad. Well, that's it. We're back. Right. Next on our list is Neil Magny versus Rocco Martin at welterweight. Magny is only third in the list of wins behind GSP and Matt Brown in the welterweight division. So who do you think is going to win this fight? We'll go to Owen first.
I'm going with Magny.
Is that because he's the only name you know?
Probably.
No, I don't know any of these guys. These two, at least.
Are you calling them out, calling them bums?
However, looking at the reach and the experience, I've got to go with an educated decision.
As always, we're very professional here, and Owen has done his homework.
Kid that's been called up to do a presentation. He's just on the pistol weekend. Yeah, this is my book. It's 500 pages. The front green. Written by Jon.
The dog ate the rest, I swear. I had more than this.
Owen's only ever read The Very Hungry Caterpillar, so it's okay.
I only got halfway.
So, Jake, what do you think on this fight?
Right, yeah. So I went for a Martin win on this one.
Yeah.
Like you said, Magny does have the most amount of wins behind GSP and Matt Brown, but he is also kind of the gatekeeper to the top 10, I think, in the welterweight division. Like, he has a good fight, he'll win a couple, but then he'll lose, like, the next big fight, which could propel him up into the top 10 and, like, potentially for a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's one of them fighters where he's really good technically, he's really good on the ground, he's really good all-rounded, but he just doesn't have that kind of venom inside of him, like that frustration to want to be more, to like want to get stuck in and really hurt his opponent.
Yeah.
Whereas Martin, obviously, he's 5-1 since he's moved up to welterweight, and he needs this win. Beat Magny, he's the kind of gatekeeper to the top 10, pushes Martin then up into contention, start finding the big boys. Yeah, I think he just fights quite a fast-paced fight. He's got a bit of frustration, venom into him, and I don't think he's better than Magny, but I think he has that determination to win. I think he wants it that little bit more. So that's why I've gone for the Martin win.
Gone for a Martin win there. Pakeman, what are you going for in this fight?
I'd probably say for this one, I'd probably say, I don't know, to be honest, it's gonna be a pretty close one. Like, you know, like I said, like he is new to the weight, but he's experienced, had a few fights, like, you know, and he fights well. Like, and yeah, I don't know. In all fairness, like I'm not really big on both of them, to be honest. So I want to pass.
No. You've got to give us a winner.
No one wins. No one wins.
All right, I'm gonna go with Martin.
Going with Martin. Ed, we'll go to you next.
Yeah, basically what everyone else has said, a bit of mixture of everything. Like Magny's a very complete fighter. He's not weak in any particular area, but he's not particularly good in any area. He doesn't have any real standout talent. You know, he doesn't have crazy slick skills and submissions. He doesn't have knockout power. He's just good. You know, if I was having sex with someone and they described it as good, I'd be very disappointed. The other guy, he's just come up, like you said. He's quite inexperienced. I think the only thing that's going to play in here is possibly Magny's experience factor. He might be able to bring it back in the later round. It's like I said, that's a pick 'em. It's really hard to pick that one. If it does go, I think it's going to go to a decision, probably split decision for Magny.
Split decision, Magny. Next up. Go on, Owen.
My problem with this card is looking at it now. For UFC 250, it's just a good card. It's not. There's nothing special about it.
It's a good fight night, basically.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. There's nothing there already, is there? Apart from Nunes.
It's a good fight night, not UFC 250.
They are a bit restricted with the whole COVID-19 situation. To be fair.
But that's what I mean. But why not make this just a fight night? UFC 250 should have been massive.
He's got
they threw all their apples into those 3 fights in a week, whatever they did, and they've spunked all their money up the ball. They've used up all their fighters, and now they're just going, oh yeah, we've got a card. You with the broom, here, have some gloves. You're fighting the guy that stacks the chairs. You know, they're like really running out of options.
I thought maybe they just didn't want the fights to maybe take over the limelight from Nunes.
Try and give the woman a headband.
Female, especially Nunes, she is incredibly famous, but there are fighters that aren't champions that are bigger than her.
Yeah,
there are big names. And
she's probably the least famous champion, if not one of them.
That saddens me because she's one of the best champions. If she wins this one, she's the only one that's been able to hold 2 titles and defend them each.
I thought, has DC not done that?
Who?
DC.
DC, no?
No, I thought he lost this, didn't he? He lost it.
Oh yeah, you are right. Actually, he will be if he. Yeah, you're right.
He didn't defend them both, and she'll be the.
Right.
And I don't know. I don't think they want to take away from that.
You look at what you're saying there about all of these fights: Cody Garbrandt, Asensio, even Magny Martin. All of these could be a fight night because you've got a fight night coming up, which is the main event, which is only Jessica Rai versus Cynthia Calvillo, and that's a pretty poor main.
Everyone in this group needs to work on their pronunciations. All right, I've noticed pretty much Hakeman is the only person that's got anyone's name right so far. I
blame Burns for that. But yeah, there's some really, really poor fight nights coming up with main event, and any one of these fights here could have been a main event headliner, and you would have been happy with that.
Yeah, there's a few crappy fight nights coming up, but we're still going to cover it.
However, welcome to the Sugar Show.
Yeah, that's next. Okay, you pipe down. This is my job. Right, next up, welcome to the Sugar Show. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Eddie Winland. My pick for the fight of the night here. Personally, I think this could be something special. So I'm going to pass over to Dan first.
Well, I'd say straight away Sean O'Malley to win this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, he's young, he's enthusiastic, he's keen, he's just hungry. Like, you know, like as fighters get bigger and bigger and they go further on in their career, like this hunger that I had at the beginning kind of gets lost. So it's exciting when like someone new comes in and they've got that hunger, they've got that fire to want to win, want to like show who they are, show that they are great, like, you know. So, and like he's definitely got Sean O'Malley, like, you know, as like I said, he's a very enthusiastic young fighter, and I'm sure he's going to impress.
I'm hoping so because he's probably on course to be quite a big star with his personality and his looks, and he's only 20. He's really young. Well, I don't think he's 20. He's 20 something, isn't he? He's quite young.
His looks, Ian. There's something tickles about looks.
And it's beautiful hair.
He's 25.
25. Okay. Right, Jake, go on then. We'll go for you next.
Yeah, I think this is really a huge opportunity for O'Malley. I think if it wasn't COVID-19, would this fight have happened? I think they probably would have given him someone a bit like a bigger step up again. Yeah, O'Malley's he's constantly evolving. His game plan, his way he approaches fights is changing between the fights he's had. And this could really be a statement fight. Like all the rest of the fights, that's for the bantamweight division. Win this one in style, and then that's it. Then this is like the step of opponent. They go further. Wineland, he's good, but he's a brawler. He's probably going to come in hard and fast with O'Malley, try and hit him hard. But if that doesn't work, O'Malley's just going to pick him off, and that's it, I think.
Owen, you're nodding in agreement.
No, I definitely want Sean to win, and I reckon he's going to. And I believe this next guy's the stepping stone. He's the one before the big one. I do believe Sean should be fighting for a ranked position at this point, which I don't believe he is. I think they're both unranked at the moment. But coming in at 11-0, hot, hungry, he's got that fight fever, and it's nice to see. And he's not only good, he's exciting, and I want to see his career progress for sure.
Like I said, he's definitely got it in to be the next big star in the UFC at that sort of weight category. Ed, what's your opinions on this fight?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much a clear sweep for Sugar Sean. Like, he's so slick. He's just got such a good style. Everything he does so well, especially at such a young age. But I genuinely didn't even know Eddie Wineland was even competing. I thought he'd retired. Like, I've not heard of him. Has anyone heard him fight lately? Anyone?
No, not for a while.
His last fight was. Exactly. Like, no one's ever heard of him. I thought he retired. Like, they've literally given him Wineland because there's no one else available. That being said, if Wineland does catch him and puts him to sleep, he's going to be the same as Sage Northcott and the guy that fought CM Punk, Mickey Gall, where he's going to disappear off the face of the planet. Like, he cannot afford to lose this one at all. That will be the hype train.
Sorry, I don't mean to butt in. He last fought on the 8th of June 2019.
Like a year ago, basically. Literally, what?
Yeah.
Oh, literally a year ago, basically.
Yeah, who did he fight?
He fought Popov.
What?
Popov.
Bob? He fought Bob?
He's Asian.
Dan, you're our resident surname expert. Can you please?
Well, I can't read it. It's not in front of me. I've got to do Owen's pronunciation.
Yeah,
Sounds like he fought a guy called Bob.
Popov.
Yeah, like, it's got to be Sugar Sean. If he doesn't beat Eddie Wyman here, he's going nowhere. He can be severely derailed.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, he's one of them. Like, I know the UFC churn out a lot of fighters, like gold level fighters, but O'Malley really is kind of like that diamond. If it goes right, like if he takes these fights slowly, they don't rush him and don't push him, and he's just going to build a name for himself.
Yeah,
like,
it might actually be good that he's fighting Wineland instead of just being rammed straight up the card. That's what happened to Mickey Gall, and that's what happened to Sage Northcott, and they both came up. So
it was the same when he like rushed him, then 2 back-to-back losses, and then now he's had to move up a division.
Yeah.
I think with O'Malley, even though he had I think it was a 2-year layoff or a year layoff.
Yeah,
and he was still so hyped for his return. Like, it kind of shows that he's got, and he's not even a ranked fighter.
I mean, did you watch him get into the UFC through the Contender Series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His fight was insane.
Yeah,
he made Dana White go nuts, and when Dana White goes nuts, it's good.
So even then, he had the kid on top of the cage shouting, "It's a Sugar Show." Like, that's just in the Contender Series. Like, he's always had that kind of aura about him. Like, but
It's a good personality, isn't he, to have in?
You look at how much he's grown since the Contender Series to now. Like, you put him side by side. Like, it's just like a whole different person. So,
talking about Dana White going a bit mad, should we go on to the Jon Jones controversy? Who wants to take it away first? Should we go, Ed?
Yeah, so obviously Jon Jones has been complaining that no one's going to pay him enough money. He wants to get bumped up the old wage scale to fight Francis Ngannou. But there's been obviously discrepancies between the two camps, between basically Dana and Jon, about how much he's worth and how much he's asking, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I don't know if Ngannou versus Jones is a super fight, but it will do big numbers. And they paid CM Punk $500,000 flat rate for his first UFC fight. Okay, I'm assuming they matched that in his second fight. Both of his fights were absolutely atrocious. If Jon Jones doesn't deserve $500,000 flat rate, I don't know who does. Plus pay-per-view points. I mean, the last year that the UFC traded, I think the UFC fighters made about 10% of the overall gross that the UFC made. They got paid 10%. They're being massively underpaid at the moment. Not everyone's asking Conor McGregor money, but even guys like Khabib are earning $6 million a fight now. So really need to push people like Jon Jones, who are definite pay-per-view talent. You need to push them up. You need to. Simple as that.
Yeah, totally agree.
I read somewhere that he asked for 30 mil, didn't he?
Yeah, he wanted the same.
That's what Dana said, but Jon Jones counteracted it and said he didn't ask for that much. But
Need you believe, though, innit? I guess why would Dana lie about it? Jon Jones has got more to gain by lying, like the figures.
I mean, let's be honest. Neither of them are trustworthy people.
No. That's what I mean.
If they said today was Thursday or Friday, I'd check my calendar first.
Yeah, definitely.
The problem I have with all of this is he's such an asset. I think it might be a bit of a pride, ego thing with Dana and him not wanting to cave in, because if Jones does it, what's going to stop anyone else doing it? I mean, look at Amanda Nunes who's fighting. If Jones can do it, the girl who owns and carries 2 titles, I'm pretty damn sure she's going to turn around and go, okay,
Masvidal's come out on Twitter in the last couple of hours, hasn't he? And already started
he's complaining.
Started about it.
What do you see if all say all the fighters, the top 5 fighters who are holding the belts go, we want more money, we're going to vacate our titles, and then the people below them go, no, we want more money too, we're not going to fight. Like, where does that leave the UFC if that happens? Like,
the thing is,
that's what I mean.
No one's going to do that.
He's got to stop.
I don't think.
Yeah, I know Jones is the GOAT, and I get he's the GOAT, but his last 2 fights, they've not exactly been the most exciting fights that you've seen. Like, people even questioning whether he won his last 2 fights. So is Jon Jones really going to pull in the figures at light heavyweight against people?
It will pull in the figures, but whether it's, I think, in a positive way, I think it's different. He's got. Is he worth 30 million?
No.
When before all of his mistakes? I think so. Maybe before, maybe pushing it, but not so much now. I mean, look at the name he's made for himself. And I love the guy. I love him as a fighter, love his personality, but I've never seen someone be able to cock up so much.
Everything so much. He's kind of self-imposed, doesn't he?
So many chances, and then just to keep cocking up. When's he going to get the message? It's time to grow up.
Do people watch Jon Jones now because they want to watch Jon Jones fight, or because they want to watch Jon Jones get knocked out?
They want to watch Jon Jones get battered.
Yeah, and I think
he's a bad guy now.
Yeah, I think people want to watch him lose.
Yeah,
and he doesn't
100%.
have that same sort of charisma as McGregor. Like, people obviously want to watch McGregor lose.
He doesn't have that finishing ability anymore either. Like, when's the last time he finished a fight? He hasn't. He used to be an absolute savage. You know, the guy that got armbarred by Vitor Belfort and then came back to finish him. The guy that choked Lyoto Machida unconscious. That guy doesn't exist anymore. That guy is history. You know, that guy's gone.
Quite smart, just to win on points.
Yeah.
Keep the title. Carry on.
He's fighting.
Claim that GSP does it, but that's what he's doing now. I think GSP is an entertaining fighter to watch. I enjoy watching people get punched in the face. I enjoy Khabib style. But Jones is even less interesting than that. He just stays on the outside, bam, bam.
Oh, yeah,
bam.
yeah.
Like, he's just
kick in the knee, downward kick on the knee, and then
and circles.
I guess it's one of them, innit? Technical fight or exciting fight, depends what.
It's always that Floyd Mayweather, isn't it? In the last of his career, really good technical boxer, but probably boring to watch. Whereas you'd rather pay to watch somebody more explosive. He's going to go for the knockout.
That's the thing. Like, you've got guys like Diego Sanchez. Obviously, he's not on superstar pay, but his record is terrible. His record is not good. But he's in the UFC because he either knocks someone out or gets knocked out. Like, he's an entertaining fighter to watch. Whereas Jon Jones is just sort of, like you say, he's just sort of skirting through right on the edges, getting decision victories where he used to be just murking people. He's not worth 30 million at all.
That's true.
I'd rather go to a charity event and watch 2 bloody brickies swing their fists at each other.
Next EFC, we're down there. Prism, it's on.
Yeah.
I watched it last time, and every fight ended in a knockout. Every single fight ended in a knockout. It's amazing.
Can't moan at that, can you? Right, before we go, we'll just quickly touch on the other news as well, that Gustafsson might be coming out of retirement. So, Dan, I'll come to you for that.
Yeah, I'd probably stay in retirement if I were him. Because the thing is, he done well when he was fighting. He fought some great guys. For example, he's the first guy ever to ever take Jon Jones down. He fought well, but he's gone away in a high. He hasn't got a bad name for himself. And me personally, if he fights Wordham, he's going to come back. He's going to get his ass kicked, and then he'll go back into retirement. There's no point. There's no win for him. So I would just stay in retirement. And
the win's the money, though, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah, surely he's got enough money without having to come back and tarnish who he is.
Even if he wins, is he going to carry on fighting at heavyweight? And I don't know. I don't think people transition very well. Do they heavyweight from light heavyweight? So he's never fought.
It's such a weird fight to make because I don't think either of them gain anything from that. If Doom wins, he's just a light heavyweight that's come out of retirement, and if Gustafsson wins, he's just a heavyweight that isn't doing very well at the moment. Has just come off a 2-year layoff. What are we doing here? What's the point? What are we playing at? It's ridiculous. The whole fight. Although I'll probably watch it just out of the pride factor to see what happens. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
You wonder how much pressure it is from the UFC, scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to get people to fight, because these events are so regular as well. We need you to fight, come back, we'll pay you a little bit more than before. Fight for Doom, he needs a fight.
It could be that.
I think I'm with Pateman, and I think he should stay out. He's got nothing to gain. He's got so much to lose, and it's not like he was a superstar coming back. He's not making big bucks to come back. He's going to make an average amount, probably less than before he retired. There's nothing that makes sense. It's like Chuck Liddell. He should have not come back. That guy's
but at least Chuck got paid.
But exactly. He's a superstar.
Yeah,
he
paid for brain damage.
He lost. But
Hey, I'll take it any day.
He's making good money, but like I said, he was no superstar. Yeah, he was up there, but never held the title. Never just stay out, kick back, relax.
Gustafsson's best results are lost against Jon Jones, and it really that's his standout moment.
Pretty much.
It was a good result for him, but that's pretty much his best result, isn't it? And it was a good performance, and then he has the second fight as well, which was really good. Well, no, the second fight was boring, wasn't it?
Second fight, he got finished.
He
He got absolutely very clearly and easily finished.
No,
it was two different fighters.
It was the first fight was brilliant.
The
first one was brilliant, yeah.
I could watch
the
that.
first fight is one of my all-time favourites. It is an absolutely amazing fight, but I don't think he's got it at that level anymore, and I don't think it makes any sense to come back and fight at heavyweight either. No,
me either. Well, guys, we'll leave it there for today, and we'll come back for the preview show on Monday or Tuesday night. So thanks for Dan for turning up. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Owen, and thanks, Ed. And I hope to see you all again soon. Cheers, guys.